right, good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to The Agenda, that platform where facts meet forward thinking. I am Chike Obogo. So today, we dissect one of the hottest topics ahead of the 2027 general elections. And that is the 2027 elections preparation and political reforms. We will examine the verifiable achievements of the PDP-led administration under Governor Seyi Makinde in Oyo State, the strategic moves by the APC to reclaim power, and how citizens can actively engage. Let me let you know that all claims today are backed by official dates and statistics from government records and reputable reports. Let's keep it civil, factual, and solution-oriented. So joining me in the studio is a man who needs no introduction in Oyo politics. He's a staunch APC chieftain, a public affairs analyst, and a former special advisor on media and strategy to the late Governor Adebayo Alao Akala, Comrade Olushola Abegunde. Good morning. It's good to have you on the agenda this morning.
Good morning, Chike. Good to be here.
You know, your face is always radiant anytime I see you, and I'm always eager to tap in from your wealth of knowledge.
You are right.
And then you have some facts that I always love to get. And I hope you'll be able to, one of these days, open that safe for me to get those facts. Am I allowed?
You are flattering me. You are flattering me.
All right, let's go straight to the point. This morning, Governor Seyi Makinde of the PDP has been in office since May 29, 2019. And he secured a second term in 2023 under the Omitutu 2.0 agenda. But let's look at the verifiable records from the official governor's website, seyimakinde.com. It was updated between 2025 and 2026. And let's look at education. 2024 state budget allocated 20.88% to education, which exceeded the 15 to 20% he promised. 15 billion naira was earmarked annually from 2024 for classrooms and school infrastructure renewal. Fast forward to May 2024. The governor approved recruitment of 7,000 primary school teachers under the Oyo SUBEB, State Universal Basic Education Board, and also approved the recruitment of 100 caregivers for special needs schools. Remember UBEC counterpart funding of 1.395 billion naira released in 2023 for basic education infrastructure. If you go to agriculture and the economy. But before we go to the agricultural sector and the economy, let's break this thing down. Because it's, I want to take it sector by sector, okay, so we get the right. Now, if you look at the education sector, Comrade Olushola Abegunde, you find out that Mr. Governor at least approved the employment of 7,000 school teachers, and then earmarked a reasonable amount of money for the education sector. What are your thoughts on this? Has he done well in that sector?
In the area of recruitment of teachers, I'll give him kudos.
Okay.
Even his most rabid critic will give him kudos for that. Okay. Whatever opportunities there are for people to get jobs, start new lives, you have to give credit to whoever uses that opportunity to ensure that people get jobs and start new life. But look at that amount, 15 billion. How much did Governor Makinde spend on those garages that they are calling, what are they even calling, bus terminals?
Mm-hmm.
Each of those bus terminals was initially approved for a sum of 5 billion. But according to facts in my disposal, which I have put out severally and they have not denied, the contract sum was varied. only God knows how much each of those garages cost. Now, I have problems with those garages on different fronts. One, whose responsibility it is to manage parks, garages?
Of course, it's supposed to be local government.
By Schedule 4 of the
Of
Constitution.
the Constitution, yes.
Now, by the time Governor Makinde was constructing those garages, he said he applied for loans. And I think he said they were going to build 5. According to information at my disposal, there is none of those garages that did not cost like 6 billion. If you multiply by 5, that gives you 30 billion. Compared to education, 15 billion naira on education.
But when you look at the statistics there, you find out that it's reasonably appreciable compared to other administrations.
I heard Governor Makinde sometimes talked about how he enjoyed the free education policy of the late Chief Bola Ige when he was governor. Was Bola Ige spending more money on garages than education?
Maybe garages were not a priority at that time. There was
It will never be Bola Ige's.
There was no congestion.
It will never be Bola Ige's priority because he knew the Constitution does not put such things within his purview. The governor was busybodying building garages. So if you compare, yes, we have teachers now, we have more teachers, kudos to him. But go and check the schools where those teachers were employed. Go and check the schools, the infrastructures in those schools. So terrible.
Are you saying now that you're applying the carrot and stick approach? Yeah,
it is not a carrot and stick.
He did well here, but he didn't do well
data,
here.
15 billion naira is terrible. If you can spend almost 40 billion building garages that are not within your purview. Assuming he added that 40 billion to 15 and we have 55 billion, what would the infrastructures at the schools look like?
But what was it? But if you look at the budget under late Governor Ajimobi's era, he didn't have up to that as funds for education. So you might want to give the governor kudos because meeting up with UNESCO standard, it should be a plus for him.
You must realize the fact that budgets are just proposals. Even how much of the 15 billion was released. During Ajimobi's time, Ajimobi was paying for WAEC fees of final students. Governor Makinde is not paying. Look at the number of parents that will directly touch them. I have seen pupils who could not pay for WAEC and NECO now, and they had to skip the exam. Ajimobi printed the notebooks and the textbooks. The only time Governor Makinde attempted to print notebook, it became so seriously problematic.
If you look at the Ajimobi's administration in 2017, the former governor's administration budgeted 7.5 billion, which is just half of what Governor Makinde has done.
Yet he was paying for WAEC. Yet he was printing notebooks and textbooks and distributing them. Here you have 15 billion.
Yes.
And nothing of such is happening. My children goes to, they attend the public schools. I know how much we pay every day, on a daily basis. Even now, do you know that even the sheet of paper they used to write exam, we pay for them? Is that bad? We were not doing that during Ajimobi's time. So it's a question of really looking at these things dispassionately. You budgeted 15 billion, yes. It looks, that is, 15 is higher than 7.
Yeah.
But look at what result did we get during Ajimobi's time and what are we getting now?
Okay, so let's move on to agriculture. About 52,500 farmers added to the database, about 30,130 biometrically captured in the OMI 2.0. And in 2024, about 1,487 farmers were supported in farming, smallholder farmers. September 2024, the government distributed the farm inputs. However, the IGR in Oyo State rose to an average of 8.5 billion monthly. So if you look at from January to April 2025 alone, it hit about 34.068 billion. That would be a plus for your state, especially when
Before
it comes
we
to
talk about the
IGR.
the IGR, let us talk about agriculture.
Yes.
When Governor Makinde was campaigning, he was so passionate about agriculture.
Yeah.
He said he was going to even plant maize and export to Botswana. Even when I heard that at the time, something struck me. Because I look at it, I said, okay, if you want to be exporting agricultural products, why Botswana? So when he came in and he started doing something else, I was not surprised. Because
You don't believe the governor.
see, if you are a merchant in Nigeria, you are buying things in Nigeria, you want to go and sell in Botswana? What is the strength of their currency against the naira? So when you begin to say things like that, that shows me you are not prepared. Now, when Governor Makinde came,
Yeah.
he showed intention. He said, okay, the farm settlements we are having in Oyo State, he was going to
He was going to revamp these farm
Yes.
settlements. About 7 of them.
And when he said that, I said, wow, we are going to be in good state. We are going to start something fresh. But later we started talking about agribusiness. One of the days I got confused and I approached Google. I Googled agriculture. I Googled agribusiness. And when I saw the meaning of agribusiness, I said, oh, sorry for your state. See, when Awolowo conceived of those, he conceived the ideas of establishing those farm settlements, what was in his mind? Fashola, I think they had a fish farm. They had cattle at Fashola. Because
Okay, so basically, Fashola was supposed to be for animal husbandry.
Yes, it was playing to the strength, the comparative advantage of this farm settlement. We have one in Erua.
There's the one in Erua, there's Olowa, there's Akufu.
The one in Erua, they were planting cassava because, I mean, in our place, there is this, they call it Papa, the type of farmland we have there.
Yeah.
So you can plant cassava, you can plant
It was a plain
cashew.
ground.
Yes, you can plant cashew. So, and they were planting maize, cassava, and cashew. Guess what? My father worked at the farm settlement at some point. Things were so good that you could work on a daily basis and collect your due. Weekly, collect your due. Monthly, collect. Just like we have in abroad. So, now, and the cassava they were harvesting from Erua at that time, they'll take to Oyo to make gari. I remember during later Bola Ige's time, they brought this special cassava stem, Texaco, and they were making gari. They were calling that gari Texagri. So at that time, government had the capacity to say, oh, you people, the price of food stuff is just too high. Drop it or we crash it. Because we had silos.
Yeah.
Government was involved in farming. But are we involved in what is happening? Of all these farm settlements, only Fashola is working. Go and take a roll call of the number of people at Fashola. How many of them are local farmers from Oyo State? And when they plant and they want to sell, are they selling at our market?
But he revamped Fashola Farm Settlement.
To benefit who?
But it was revamped.
To benefit who?
So I want to put it on record that when you were with your former principal, late Governor Adebayo Christopher Alao Akala, the farm settlements were moribund.
They were not.
They were moribund.
No, they were not. You go and ask them. See, there was this time when the government was facing problems. We had problems. The Lagos press was saying, oh, Akala was not doing well. That time, Governor Akala just spent so much money at Fashola. There were all the buildings at Fashola, they have become dilapidated. Akala built all those buildings. He rebuilt them. One of the first spot I took the editors from Lagos to was Fashola. And remember that this farm settlement, there's always been local farmers there. They were not displaced. You acquire land and pay monthly to government. That was what was happening. Look at Erua now. By this December, it will be 2 years. Like Governor Makinde said, he has handed over to some people. I call them ghosts. Because from that time till now, nothing is happening. And the place has become so bushy that these cattle people are hiding inside of them. Inside the Erua farm settlement, there is the Erua water works. Nothing is happening there now. And it's been handed over to people we don't even know. And the local farmers have been displaced. You were talking about previous government. Ajimobi bought numbers of tractors, and sent to the local government and handed over to the farmers.
Before Ajimobi bought these tractors, at the tail end of former Governor Lawa Kala's regime, that was 2010, thereabout, the former governor bought tractors.
He bought tractors, he bought these refuse trucks,
Yeah.
he bought
Yes,
borehole drilling machines.
Yeah.
I am challenging you, go
But do you know the funniest thing?
Yes.
When late Governor Ajimobi came into government, he also bought the same number of trucks Otumba Lawa Kala bought.
Where are the...
So what happened to Otumba Lawa Kala's trucks?
See, you can never have enough of
The tractor.
They also bought graders.
Yes.
You can never have enough.
But today, if we go to...
They have been sold under
who?
the watch of Governor Makinde. In fact, there was a...
Do you have any proof
I
of
have
this?
written petition to the EFCC.
Do you have any proof on
I
this?
said I have dropped a petition in respect of this. See, there was a time at Makbo, 10 of those refuse trucks were sold. I have dropped a petition, like I know.
But how do you have...
Even the graders.
do you have a verifiable fact?
If I don't, do you think I will approach the EFCC?
Okay.
If I don't, do you think people go to the EFCC and guess?
So you are saying the Governor Seyi Makinde-led administration sold these farm equipment?
It's not difficult. You are a journalist. Go to each of the local governments and ask the local government chairman to show you this equipment. See, not very long ago, there was the case of a local government chairman somewhere, I think in Chakin Okegun. He got suspended. Why did you think he was suspended? They said he sold, I think he sold the borehole drilling machine or something like that, and they were having issues with the party leaders because he didn't share them out of the money. It's in the news. They suspended the chairman. They've been sold. To who? I don't know. Maybe you ask the governor.
Let's talk about infrastructure. The governor has done well in infrastructure. You know, revamping roads, rebuilding roads, constructing new roads, and all that. From Elele down to Erua, there is a road project that is ongoing from Ido down. The road project is ongoing, and I think it's a good one for agribusiness, as it were. Would you score the governor a pass mark when it comes to infrastructural development?
See, let me tell you this thing. There was sometimes ago, someone asked me a question. He said, is it that I did not see anything good in Governor Makinde? And I answered him. One, it is not my business.
Because I was about asking you.
It is not my business to advertise whatever he does that is good. That is why he has his people around him to do the job for him. But the thing is, if I see that something that you think is good is not good, shouldn't I say it? Now you are talking about infrastructures. Is it at the rural areas or at the state capital here? Are you talking of infrastructures in the rural areas, the 33 local governments, or in Ibadan here?
It's both, rural and urban.
Rural and urban?
Yes, because if you pass through Ilaju, going towards Okolo, before you get to Erua, those are rural areas. But the road construction is ongoing.
By May 29, Governor Makinde must have spent how many years?
8 years.
7. By May 29.
Okay, this year,
yes.
7 years.
And he's just rehabilitating the road from...
Of course, you don't expect him to finish everything once.
To Erua. And you want me to give him credit that it's going to help agribusiness. If agribusiness has been suffering for the past 7 years due to the state of that road, how do you want me to give him credit that is now constructing this. See, let me tell you something. It will be difficult for me to say kudos to Governor Makinde concerning these infrastructures.
Why?
God bless you, my dear brother. See, I know that there are 33 local governments in Oyo State.
Yes.
I know that each of these local governments receive allocation on their names. Afijo, 10 naira. Ibarapa Central, 20 kobo. Ibarapa North, so and so. You are aware that Governor Makinde has said that he is partnering with local governments, and as a result of that, he has been spending local government funds to construct roads in Ibadan. And when people like us took him up, he said, no, he wants to concentrate on Ibadan first, and thereafter, you go to other zones. Up till now, he is just coming to Ibarapa with that road. We don't even know if that road is going to be finished. Again, how many times has that road been awarded? That road from Ido to Irua?
Under this administration?
Under the same Governor Makinde. Shortly before the 2023 local government general election, he went to Irua. It was a fun fair, and they said they were flagging up the road, that it was going to finish by December of 2023. Only for Governor Makinde to come out later to say that when he was doing that, he actually awarded 12 out of the 48 kilometer stretch. Now he has re-awarded. What happened to the initial contract? If you go to Irua now, they are doing some job. And I've been asking, okay, you people, you have awarded the road from New Garage, passing in front of Polytechnic to Okeola Junction. And I alleged that it was awarded to the sibling of the speaker. They did not deny. Now they are doing the road again. I said, what happened to the initial contract? Nobody is going to talk about it.
There's some spurious claims that you're making here.
They are not spurious. These things are contained in my petition. I've been making these spurious claims. Have you ever seen them deny it? If I say somebody is a thief,
maybe they are too busy to responding to you.
That I am calling them by these bad names, calling them out, they will dare not respond.
So you're saying that a contract was awarded to the speaker's sibling?
Of course.
You have proof of that?
Of course, I have submitted these things to the EFCC and to the ICPC. So, I mean, we've gone beyond these things now. We'll be beyond discussing it and asking whether I am sure or not. See, there was a time I raised the allegation that, you know, it is wrong for a governor to spend local government funds. There is no law in this world that allows you to spend local government funds. Because let me tell you how local government funds are spent. Yes. Because I was a supervisory councillor for works in my local, a member of the ESCO. When you get your funds, they must have deducted teacher salary for first line charge. Then you hold your ESCO. At that time, Governor Kala gave us the power at our level to approve 500,000 naira. The chairman on his own could approve 50,000. Anything above 500,000, then you approve the state through the Ministry of Local Government. Now, if you award contract at the local government level, do you know who signs the contract? Then we had DPM. Now they call them HLA. It's only the HLA that can approve, that can sign contract, not even the chairman. Now, if you take money from the 32 local government, for example, the 33 local government, you collapse them together, and you are spending on a road in Ibadan. You awarded the contract. Who signed the contract? Is it that the 33 HLAs will sign the contract or what? And I started digging and I got what they were doing. When allocation drops at the local government, they will write a memo and ask the local government to divert their monthly allocation to Ibadan North. I have said these things over and over. Would they dare deny it? Would they?
So when the lump sum
now gets to Ibadan North,
they
will now use it to and spend it on.
Are you saying that Ibadan North local government is a conduit pie?
Exactly. They call it what is the name that they used to call it? Clearing house or something. That's what they call it.
Interesting.
And I challenge them to come out and deny it. You know, I told you sometimes that they have borrowed money in the names of local government that are doing nothing. It is not bad to borrow money, but what are you spending the money on? To the extent that a letter of irrevocable credit was written on the account of the local, the allocation drops, the banks deduct. So how do you want me to give credit to somebody who is there? Someone said the road to hell was conceived with good intention. Oh, it is good intention. Why is it that the Constitution says there should be title? And Governor Makinde never heed it. He said he doesn't believe in local government. Unfortunately, the Constitution of Nigeria doesn't back it.
But when you look at the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 as amended, especially Section 162 of the Constitution, subsection 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it doesn't allow for local government autonomy, as everybody perceives. Because subsection A states that the local government and the state shall have a joint local government state account, and that the dispensing of these monies will be dependent on the House of Assembly.
No, the disbursement doesn't depend. See, when they are I've seen a lot of people talk about local government autonomy as if it is a new thing, as if Governor Makinde is the first governor in Oyo State. The fact that they have a joint account is for the purpose of receiving the money. Immediately, the salaries of teachers are removed, first line child. That whatever remains of that allocation per local government must be released to them. That is why they have their own executives. So why do you call the chairman of the council executive chairman and accounting officer if the governor will do everything? That section of the law does not empower the governor to now dip his hand into monies belonging to the local government and begin to spend it. You see, apart from the Constitution, we have the Electoral Act, and we always have INEC guidelines for each election. Both the guideline and the Electoral Act are laws.
Okay, so let me read the section of the Constitution, 1999 as amended, section 162, subsection 8. It says the amount standing to the credit of local government councils of a state shall be distributed among the local government councils of that state on such terms and in such manner as may be prescribed by the House of Assembly of the state.
What does that say? Does it say that after it has now been disbursed, you now write a memo and collect it back?
But it's a joint account.
It is, but you must disburse to them. Shall. The operational word is shall.
It shall.
You have to disburse, yes.
However, it says it is as may be prescribed by the House of Assembly. So the House of Assembly can work with the executive to say, okay, let's keep this money to run the state. To run the state.
The Constitution say that.
It could be out of their own discretion.
There is no discretion when the word shall is used. You have your power. You can.
But doesn't
I'm coming. It doesn't. See, that is why you see a lot of governors at the court after they finish. Go and check. It's local government funds. It's so easy. It's tempting. But this section will not avail you if you steal local government funds. You have the power. You can prescribe how you are going to disburse it. Maybe you say, bring your basket and come and take it. That is where your power ends. But you do not have the power to now retrieve it from them and spend it how you like.
He may evoke the executive order.
There are no. This Constitution will have said it. See, let me give you an instance. People talk about dual citizenship, and the way the Constitution is arranged, from one section to at the end of the particular section that said, oh, no, if you hold dual citizenship, you cannot hold office. It was subject to a previous section. And what does that section say? It says, if you are born in Nigeria, it doesn't even matter if you have a dual citizenship. There is nothing in this section that says that you begin to help them to spend their money.
So you're saying the governor has erred?
He has. There is a document, I'll give you a copy. It's very voluminous. It is called the Financial Memorandum for Local Government. It tells you how local government funds should be spent. And that document is also law. If you break them, you find yourself in soup.
But the governor has immunity now.
What of when he finishes?
He may still, if he joins your party, he may become a saint. According to Adams Oshiomhole.
He will not become
Join the APC and you become a saint.
Where is El-Rufai today? Is he a saint?
He's not in the APC.
Oh.
He's in the ADC.
Was he not in the APC?
Then he was a saint.
When we had the election.
But he was a saint.
I don't believe that. If you have,
Immediately he moved to the ADC, he became a sinner.
Have you seen anyone in the APC who was petitioned and the EFCC didn't?
We have Yahya Bello.
Where is he? Is he not in court?
But he's at home.
I mean did he not have bail from court?
Yeah, but he's lounging at home.
That where you have bail,
and then watching, he's tracking the school fees of his child that he paid in advance.
When you have bail, you will be at your home now. Are you going to insist that you are going to be sleeping at the detention?
So why is El-Rufai not granted bail? Let him be
at
at
home. He has not even been charged.
Because he's not in the APC.
Not even, you know he has multiple issues.
Malami is also in jail.
You know it. No,
because they moved from the APC.
No. You know, see, let us be clear with this.
Yes.
I am not going to sit down here and tell you that politicians don't do these things.
Okay.
But can they come and, if today, assuming today I turn against the president, what will they say I do? Are they going to charge me to court for a money I never have?
A case might just come up. You never can tell.
What case?
A case of libel.
What libel?
Yes, they might just come up with any case.
I don't believe.
You don't believe that?
What of Gbadele Momodu? He's been saying whatever pleases him.
Because
and nobody arrested.
Maybe he's still under watch.
Watch for what?
we never can tell.
See, don't let us trivialize.
Or maybe he's inconsequential politically.
Says who?
And
but he's been saying a lot of damage.
Maybe he's inconsequential politically.
What he's saying is consequential. He's been saying a lot of consequential things.
Let's look at the APC.
Yeah.
And let's look at the moves the APC is making to taking over in 2027. Their audience, remember, we are on the app X at Dominion Cars. You can drop your messages there. I'll be reading them in the course of the program this morning. And remember, whatever statistics we give here, especially the first part that we just discussed about the PDP, those statistics are verifiable at sheyimakinde.com. I didn't make up those figures. Comrade Abegunde, the APC has been rebuilding in Oyo State. So, when you look at the APC itself, what are those concrete measures, the concrete moves the APC is making towards the 2027 elections come January, February next year?
You know, we just finished with our congresses.
Yes.
World, local, and state.
Yeah.
And I think you people should give us credit that at least you were able to scale the hurdles that we were unable to scale in 2020.
By having a direct primary? By having a consensus?
What does the Electoral Act say?
But it was just reviewed. It was just reviewed.
No, it's always been in the constitution of the APC. It's always, but now it's part of the Electoral Act.
It was always in the constitution of the...
in fact, it is always the first step.
However, the APC broke that rule.
When?
In the 2023 general elections, during the primaries.
In Oyo State?
At the federal level. National.
No.
That was why many people bought forms.
No, consensus requires that all the candidates who bought forms, they must willingly say, oh, we are dropping for someone. But during that primary, some people decided to withdraw, and others decided not to withdraw. So
that was no consensus.
And they had an election, delegate system, and the current president won
overwhelmingly.
So there was nothing wrong in what we did in 2023 regarding the
So if you are going to have a consensus now, don't you think many of those delegates who are looking forward to a delegate congress will be impoverished this time around?
Because there are no delegate systems.
Yeah, because nobody is giving them cash anymore.
I think people should give credit to INEC for coming up with that, the National Assembly for that matter, for coming. Because, see, this delegate system confer unreasonable advantage to some people, most especially sitting governors, or in the case where there are no governors, maybe the minister. 2, what we have now is either direct primaries or consensus. Direct primaries allows for more people, most especially at the grassroots, to have a say in who is going to be their candidate. I think we must give credit to those who came up with that idea. So you ask, what are we doing?
What moves are you
in Oyo State?
Yeah, APC.
See, the good thing is, unlike before, now we have a forum where we call ourselves.
Okay.
And on this, I must give credit to Prince Niron Adeyoju, SDM.
Yeah.
He was very, very, very vital in the events that shape the current peace and understanding that we have within Oyo APC, because it was he who convened the Oyo APC Peace Advocates. I'm a member. We also have people like Right Honorable Chief Akionigbinde, okay. SAN. We have people like Alhaji Haruna, he's a former retired PS. We have Chief Badelano, Honorable Chief Mrs. Peju Eson, Eda David Oluokun, and I'm sorry, Engineer Wale Adeoye, and a host of others. So we came immediately after the 2023 election. He, as the convener, invited others and said, see, where did we get it wrong? And we identified the areas, and we immediately set to work. So we broke into committees. Most of the stakeholders were met at Abuja. The senators, members of the House of Reps, Senator Tessim Folarin, people like Senator Ayade Adesheun, we met them. Then after that, we started going to the zones. We met the state ESCO and lastly under the former chairman, Alhaji Olaide Moshood. I must also give him credit. We met the enlarged ESCO. Then, last year, December, we were able to bring everybody into one room at Samonda. We met, we identified our problems, we discussed solutions, and we came out with a very strong communique, which we also sent to the presidency. And immediately after that, things changed. Senator Tessim Folarin was called to Abuja, and he was given that appointment of the Renewed Hope Ambassador. Yeah, ambassador.
Or your state.
Senator Adesheun was also given some assignment. Chief Mrs. Florence Ajimobi has been very, very fantastic. So all of them, we started coming together. And
you've been mentioning so many names here.
Yes.
But there's one name you've not mentioned. That's Chief Bayo Adelabo.
Oh, it's an oversight.
Okay.
He also did very, very well. Let me tell you something. When Honorable Shitu from Shakiri West, when he blew that whistle on the House of Assembly, we suspected that there could be vendetta. And at our own level, we came together. I think I must give credit to Honorable Dapolam Adesina on this. He invited everybody. We came together. Then we held a rally. Everybody participated, including the Honorable Minister. The resources for it, whatever we needed to back it up.
And then you helped him fly out of the country to Canada.
Nobody even knew where he was. At that I am telling you this.
You're talking about Honorable
that
Ibrahim
young man,
Shitu.
I only saw him once. And I saw, it was a chance meeting.
You're talking about Honorable Ibrahim Shitu.
Yes, by the time we were holding that meeting, we did not even know where he was.
We learned from a very reliable source
seen him once.
that the party flew him out of the country for his safety.
That is not correct.
To Canada.
See, that young man is a man of means. I'm telling you, he's a young man, but I mean, he doesn't require anybody's assistance to fly to anywhere if he wants to fly. That was not his first time of flying out.
Okay.
I've only seen him once, and it was a chance meeting in Osun State, in the house of one of our leaders.
Okay.
So it was to buttress the fact that, we have been coming together to do things together and ensure that we escaped.
So there's peace now in the APC.
You should also see it.
I hope this peace is sustained.
It will be.
Until after the primaries.
It will. See, let me tell you
something. And even beyond.
Let me tell you something. By the grace of God Almighty, we will have seamless selection processes.
Haven't you selected already?
No.
Because when you look at the APC
No.
zoning arrangement in Oyo State, the chairman of the APC today, who happened to be the former deputy governor to former governor...
Chief Adeyemo.
Yes, that's Chief Moses
Alake
Alake Adeyemo. He is the chairman of the party in Oyo State today. Haven't the APC settled the Okeogun people?
When late former governor Kolapo Ishola was governor,
Yeah.
the chairman of our party was from the same Akinyele where late governor Ishola came from. There is no law forbidding or speaking the governor from Okeogun.
But this is
if you want to.
democracy.
It was also democracy.
Yeah.
I mean, even when people say democracy was democracy during the SDP era, that was when both the party chairman and
Even
the,
at that time, there was no dichotomy as there was
there
dichotomy.
was so
There was
in fact-
dichotomy, but
in
not
fact,
as
we had
deep
our
as what we have
primaries
now.
twice.
Yeah.
We had it twice because the procedure there. So it was eventually narrowed.
So are
to
you saying
between-
that are you giving us a pointer that the gubernatorial candidate of your party might also be coming from the Okeogun axis,
it could?
not from the Oyo South axis?
It could. It could. You see, it could come from anywhere.
Not Oyo
See,
South.
let me tell you, the leaders of the party will sit down and look at issues.
Okay.
One of the issues they are going to look at, the agitation from Okeogun is going to be part of it.
Of the issues, but I
It's
think
going
they've been
to be
settled
part,
as
because it has. I mean, how could that be? How could that have been settled? If it has been settled, then everyone from Okeogun will have said, "Oh, we have withdrawn, or we are taking the party chairmanship."
you are politically savvy in Oyo State, and let me break this down for you.
Please do.
In the history of Oyo South Senatorial District, no senator has done 2 terms in that senatorial district. Let us start from the late Olubadan of Ibadan, Oba Olalekan Balogun.
Balogun.
He was senator.
Yes.
Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja was senator.
Yes.
And in 1999, we had Senator Peter Adeyemo.
Perhaps Babaladoja will have broken the jinx if not for the break in transition at that time.
But he never
He
got
did
there.
not have it.
Okay, so Peter Adeyemo, Senator Peter Adeyemo from Irua was Senator 99.
You should know that there was no way that one would have gotten 2 times.
And after him was Senator
Not because he did not perform, but
Okay.
because of the prevailing circumstance.
At that time.
Even now, till now.
Then later Senator Abiola Jimobi became Senator Oyo South.
Yes.
After Abiola Jimobi, you had
Soji Akanbi.
Kaborudin Adedibu,
Adedibu. Then we had
and then you had Soji Akanbi,
then we had Baba.
and then you
Lanley.
had Lanley Solan, and then Solan before Akanbi,
Yes.
and after Akanbi, SOJ, you now had MKB, Muhammad Kola Balogun, and after Kola Balogun, we now have Sharafaddin Ali.
My very good brother.
Now, Sharafaddin Ali, will he get a second term in the Senate or will he be contesting as governor?
See, a lot of things would... someone asked me a few days ago, he said, what if Senator Sharaf Ali wants to be governor? I said, he's a fantastic man. I've known him. Look, check his record.
Or is he your candidate?
But-
Is he the candidate
but
of the APC?
I don't know that he wants to be governor for your state.
Is he the consensus candidate?
Did you hear him say he wants to be governor? Have
No.
you ever heard him
What
say?
if the party says this is what we want?
I'm a member of the party.
Yeah.
A strong one for that matter.
Remember,
And
we're
I'm-
talking
and
about
I-
consensus.
And I am, if there is going to be consensus,
And the consensus
even if
says,
it is
okay,
not
for
discussed
zoning says-
where I am, it must have been discussed where I am before it is going to be finalized.
Okay.
So I have not. We are very close.
But his name has come up.
It is you people telling us. At least me. It is you people
Adeduton
telling
is
me.
there.
Yes,
Why must he be?
I have seen
Yeah.
Baba Adeduton. He's been saying he wants to be governor. Yes.
Okay. And we have so many other names.
We have Akim Agbaji.
Akim
He's
Agbaji
also
wants to
very
become
fantastic
governor.
man. I've engaged him severally, and I see that he has so much upstairs.
He has so much upstairs.
Where you have Teslim Folari,
There's Senator Teslim Folari.
And you know-
There's Chief Bayo Adelabu.
and you know he's got this.
Yeah.
There is also Chief Bayo Adelabu.
So you have many people wanting to become governor under the APC.
Yes, you have Said Oladele.
Yes,
Young man,
Bameko.
pragmatic and fantastic.
So are you saying that all these people, they are Ibadan? The names they are mentioning are Ibadan names.
But you have Barrister Abdurrahman Adebayo Shitu. You have
Does he still have a structure in
you
the
have
APC?
retired Colonel
Retired Colonel Gbenga Adegbola from Shaki.
Yes, you have a, what is the name of this, my brother? Dr. Anyodoye. And you have, of course, the former deputy governor, Engineer Rauf Olaniyan. Are you saying that?
They all want to become
Are you saying
governor.
that kind of person doesn't have the structure?
But you mentioned Shitu. Does Shitu have the structure politically?
He does. It's beyond. See,
He's a perennial contestant.
the issue is, look at my fingers, they are not
They are
the
not
same.
equal.
But everybody would have one thing
We
or the
just want to
other.
throw his weight.
Yes, everybody will have one thing or the other that qualifies them.
We have some questions here from our audience here, and this is Mrs. Funke from Ibadan North. He says, how can ordinary citizens engage ahead of 2027? Well, just...
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to talk. See, we have a problem in this state. I will limit it to this state.
Yeah.
And God bless you, madam. I think we keep having bad government because we have citizens who don't ask the right questions. We have citizens who don't care, who don't bother. I don't blame them. Things are hard. When you wake up, you want to concentrate energy on this, but you still have to dedicate time. Now, like I was telling someone, he said, oh, what has President Tinubu done in Oyo State? I said, well, before the way I wanted to answer that question, but before I answer, let me tell you a few things he has done that no president has done. I said today, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu gave us approval for FUNATO, Federal University of Agriculture and Technology at Okeo. Chike, have you ever been there? Have you
I've
been
not
there?
been there.
Please, go there.
Okay, who?
Yes.
Okay.
Please go there. See, it is not a new thing that presidents give approval for establishment of institutions. But this man gave approval, and before he even signed, he has released funds. Within months, that university is functional now. They have been taking students. We have been asking our people to apply. Look at what this kind of thing will do to the socio-economic development of the place. He also gave us approval for the Federal Polytechnic Ayede. It has taken off also. See, I have seen friends. There was a case of a friend of mine who said he was angry with his son. And I said, what happened? He said he was rushing to gather his school fees. And the young guy just said, this man, we are two. Daddy will just be rushing. And they applied for an F1, and the school fees was paid. So he was shocked. He wanted to pay, got to the portal, and he got angry with the young man. I said, see, me and you know how you raise this fund. Do you know what happened? Eventually, had it been that the young man did not apply for NEL fund, he wouldn't have been able to do his exams because the portal even started misbehaving until it was closed. Had he been wanted to pay. Nobody is talking about all these things. These are what President Tinubu has brought. A brother of mine, another brother, a very good one for that matter, Bonsonde Adepoju, is a member of TED Fund from Oyo State. I know how much intervention he has brought into federal institutions and state institutions in Oyo State in billions of naira. These are things the president has done. But the question is, every time we say, oh, there is problem, oh, there is hardship, everybody looks up. And we are a federating unit. We federate. There are 3 federating units: the federal government, the state government, the local government. Madam, the best way to engage is to check the constitution. What are the responsibilities of the federal government to you as a citizen? What are the responsibilities of the state government to you as a citizen? What are the responsibilities of the local government to you as a citizen? Primary health care, secondary health care. These are responsibilities of the local government and the state. Food production. These are the responsibilities of the state.
Because of our time, we have so many questions here. Because of our time, Mr. Tunde from Oyo Town is saying, is the APC ready, or is APC just talking in Oyo State?
If we are not ready, is it the PDP that don't even know who is the chairman of Oyo State PDP now? We know our own state chairman. They don't know theirs, so we are ready. More than ready.
Are you scared of the PDP ahead of the 2027
Which
election?
of the PDP?
In Oyo State.
Which of the PDP?
In Oyo State.
I say which of the PDP? Is it
Seyi
that the one
Makinde-
of? Is it that
Seyi
of
Makinde
Azeem
led-
Bola Rome or?
The Seyi Makinde led PDP. in
The
Oyo
other
State.
time I saw Governor Makinde, I saw his video and I pitied him.
Why?
And I wrote about it.
Why? Why do you pity
Don't
the
you
governor?
see it's even incoherent?
How?
More than ready.
Are you scared of
On
the
behalf
PDP?
of my, where we are two now. And that two now is going to become the only one now because the transfer for the other man is almost signed.
Oh,
Done
you
and
signed the
dusted.
transfer of Bala Mohammed.
It's all, you are reading the newspapers.
Okay.
So what does one man do?
He could be the last man standing.
Where is he going to stand?
In the
where,
PDP.
where the court, where the law has given Wike the PDP.
If he comes to join the APC, will he be accepted?
It is not my decision.
Okay. But do you see that happening?
It depends so much on him if he wants to join. When he had an agreement with them in 2023 and they had deals, he knew how he did his thing.
Was that the origin of the breakdown of the PDP?
I think, let me tell you something, my dear, but maybe if I have 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I have seen people said, oh, President Tinubu is stifling the opposition. But it's like all of us has overlooked something. The problem that this party, PDP, is facing now, how did it come about? It started around 2015 when some of their governors and leaders of their party started the NPDP. I consider that the first dose of poison they administered on themselves. Then come down to 2023 when they had the G5. The damage they did to their party in 2023, that was the second dose of poison. That damage, that poison they were giving to their party, it was as a result of selfishness and greed and indiscipline. If you are a member of a political party, the law says you have mortgaged your conscience, and whatever the party does, you should be buying. When they were acting like, oh, we will do whatever.
The G5.
It was going to come with consequences.
And this is the consequence.
These are the consequences.
All right. You want to wish the PDP well?
I won't.
Why?
It is like the case of the woman who is selling bean cake. Will I want the woman beside me who is also selling bean cake to come out at all? I won't.
You won't wish them well.
That it is the way of life.
Okay. Comrade Olushola Abegunde seem to be saying that the PDP is moribund, as it is. Well, all statistics cited today are verifiable from SeyiMakinde.com. Well, thank you, Honorable. Well, I don't want to call you Honorable because you were never elected.
I have told you I hate it.
Yeah, you were never elected.
I only allow you because you are my friend.
But I've been calling you comrade since morning.
I have no issue with that.
All right, Comrade Olushola
Thank you,
Abegunde,
thank
it's
you.
good to have you
It's
today.
good to be here.
All right, stay informed there, listeners. Stay engaged. This is the agenda. Have a great day.